Terry?
Detective Inspector Cook, this is Detective Sergeant Monroe. Search warrant. We'll get them busy. You must be Lady Oakville.
You're wasting your time. Your people have already searched every acre.
Oh, well, you never know. We might just find something. Shall we talk inside?
Get this. The police are still keen to interview anyone who saw the car prior to the accident. What flaming accident?
Oakwell's bound to turn up somewhere.
Don't worry, they'll catch him.
How hard do you think they'll look for him, eh? He's aristocracy, isn't he?
Is there a picture of that, Linda?
Yeah, but you don't know we're looking. Where you going?
Work.
You what?
No, I can't stay, I'm sorry.
They're hiding your sister's murderer and you're going skivvying for him.
I'm not doing it for them, Mama, I'm doing it for me. Somewhere to go.
It's okay, Roy.
Thank you.
They'll laugh the socks off when he turns up at Home Farm. They will.
Linda Fowler, fatally injured in car crash.
She was murdered. Why can't they just tell it like it is?
So, no priest holes, no sliding bookcases in the library.
For the last time, my husband was called away urgently on business.
Very urgently, according to reports. He didn't tell you where he was going, did he?
We don't live in each other's pockets, Inspector.
Yes, but he must have been in touch since, surely. Tell you where he is, what he's been up to? No? Very peculiar.
Our marriage wasn't the happiest. That's privileged information, Inspector. I'd be grateful if you kept it to yourself.
Wasn't the happiest. Past tense.
Am I to be prosecuted for my grammar?
So where did he get his drugs?
I've no idea.
Addict, was he? An occasional user?
As I've said, we spent a great deal of time apart.
Yes, but you were together at Mrs. Tate's engagement party, weren't you? I have got that bit right.
I went with Alex, yes, but once there, well, we mingled, socialised.
Do you know, Lady Oakhorn, if and when I find your husband, I'm going to introduce you to him. Seemed to me you wouldn't recognise him if you fell over him.
Oh, you going out?
Yeah, I'm getting the bike serviced. I told you. You know, I'm just glad that you aren't a communist. Well, you wouldn't have got a visa for the States, would you? They don't want undesirables.
Gerald Taylor just rang, wanted to know you'd be here at 12:30.
Oh, I'll talk to him.
Oh, I just have. I said it'd be okay.
Terry, you should have put me on.
Well, I couldn't hang up quick enough. Any road, I thought you were busy.
I'll do some shopping while I'm waiting for the bike. I'll get you some snazzy shades.
Fine.
Al, it's 24 hours. I'll top any offer that Taylor makes.
Is he making an offer? We don't know, do we, Terry? You seem to be taking all my calls.
There's a fella left a message on your answer.
Turn it off.
I said, there's a fella left a message on your answering machine, and he says he's going to fax you some figures through.
Who was it?
Well, I don't know who it was. I don't listen in. None of my business. Catering consultant, he said he was. Says he's sure you'll find the figures satisfactory. If you want any more details, give him a ring and the figures are on your fax.
Thank you.
Turner's sitting on a gold mine and he doesn't even know it.
We'll meet again, Mrs. Tate. I'd given you up, actually. Don't worry, your nanny entertained me.
We've all made statements, Inspector.
Yes, I've read them. Another quiet night at Home Farm.
Sophie's as upset as any of us. Now, if she said anything...
She hasn't. Drugs and alcohol, Mrs. Tate. Seems Lord Oakville had his fair share of both.
Well, the alcohol, he got here. To that I plead guilty. The drugs, well, must have brought them himself.
But you didn't see him take anything?
No.
And Linda Fowler? Did he ply her with drink before whisking her away in that car?
Well, if he did, I didn't see. It was a party, Inspector. People were enjoying themselves.
Quite. Perhaps I should direct these questions to Lord Oakville when I find him.
You mean you haven't?
No. Oh, does that surprise you?
Amnesia, have you thought of that?
Yours or his?
The man bangs his head in the crash, wanders off onto the moors. If I was you, I'd organise a search party.
Oh, no, Mrs. Tate. He had memory enough to dash off on an unexpected business trip, taking money and passport with him.
I see.
That's if Lady Oakwood is to be believed. She intimated that you and dear Alex were good friends.
So that's what all this is about. Well, you must know this place as well as I do. Search it by all means.
Death follows you about like a shadow, doesn't it? We'll talk again.
It's a good offer, Alan. Grab it.
Gerald, I don't know how to say this. There's this nagging voice that keeps... I think it must be my conscience.
Well, I'm paying too much. That what you're saying?
Oh, no. No, you're getting a bargain. If you get it.
Is that if I get the bargain, the pub, or both? You're confusing me, Alan.
I'm sorry. Now, how shall I put this?
Terry Woods, isn't it? You think I'll get rid of him? Well, I will. Brit'll be behind that bar, and it could be embarrassing.
Well, Terry was married to Brit until you...
What? Broke up their marriage? I didn't. Two unhappy people, right? I come along and make one of them happy. What's wrong with that?
Twisted logic, that's what's wrong with it. Gerald, a publican has to be all things to all people. Judge, jury, counsellor. I'm not saying that we get called to this profession, but there is a definite wink in our direction.
You've lost me again.
It's this mantle of responsibility that concerns me. It should be a gift to the deserving, something to bestow, not something to sell.
I'll have a stab at this. You're turning me down?
He were reading a contract.
Ah, but did you see him sign it?
Who's there? No, he were just reading.
Well, if he sells to Taylor, that's me out of a job, isn't it? 120, Betty.
If it's this place you're going on about, it's worth the fortune, according to stockbroker Steve. Only some figures came through for him, and I were there when he read them out.
Keep your money, Betty.
Cheers.
Go on.
His exact words were, Alan Turner is sitting on a gold mine.
There is money on this, isn't there?
Aye, a quid. Make it a fiver if you like. You're miles behind.
Is that in?
Aye, double 10.
Double 10, that's 2 10s, 2 noughts a nought, 1 and 1. Yeah. Oh, bull, I think. Is that game?
Aye, I'll give you a quid when I get paid.
Where do you work?
For Jeff Longman.
Get off.
I do. I'm going there now. You can follow me if you like.
Ain't the police been round yet? Mr. Pollard will be disappointed. No, forget I said that.
I can't. I just heard you.
No, well, if they've not been yet, they might not come, will they?
You keep saying yeah. Do you know something I don't?
No, I don't want you banged up with the rest of them, do I? You owe me a quid. Just forget I said it, will you? Forget the quid and all.
I could sue you for time wasting, do you know that?
I'm saying it's pointless selling goodwill if it's going to evaporate.
That's for me to worry about.
Well, I can't reconcile that with my...
Your conscience. I know.
I have a duty to the community. He is not the man for the Woolpack.
Listen up, lads. Operation shifting. OK? We're going to have visitors.
That lad, Mr. Longman, he wasn't all there. He could have been pulling my leg.
You know what to do. Get busy. Better safe than sorry, Billy. Tall lads, you say? Bit slow?
That's the one. He threw a mean dart, but had trouble adding up.
One of the tingles. His IQ measures less than his inside leg. Hasn't got the imagination to tell lies. Those bogus labels in the envelope, Trevor. Put them in the car.
I feel rotten about this, Mr. Longman. I could have you panicking for nothing.
It fits, Billy. Explains the car parked at the bottom of the lane this morning. Fella picking his nose, his oppo reading a newspaper. Very B-movie.
Well, that Marlon, he didn't think the salt would bubble you up.
He didn't. He's just a man who grassed the grass. Now, when that van's loaded up, I want you to take it away, scrim it up somewhere. We'll get busy losing the rest. And hey, I'm trusting you, Billy.
Steve! Behold the Empire.
What does it sell? 2 barrels a week?
Yeah, it's all on that breakdown I gave you. Whose is the motor?
Kim's. I couldn't use mine, could I? I've got some promising news for you, Terry.
Oh, aye?
In 2 years' time, the Woolpack could be in the Egon Rone Guide.
All systems go, then. Hey, do you want to hear my good news? Big Al's just given Gerald Taylor the elbow. Leaves just me in the frame.
You?
Us. Hey, look, I'll finish off here and we'll go make him an offer.
No, Terry, when the time's right, I'll make him an offer.
Steve, I saw this as a partnership. Your money, my expertise.
Terry, there's nothing here but potential. And that potential needs a lot of developing.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't know that unless I told you.
Yeah, and I'm grateful. Look, no offence, Terry, but I don't think your particular brand of expertise quite fits in with what I've got in mind.
Right. Scatter. Don't look for me. I'll find you. Johnny, you and me in the car. I want to visit an old friend.
I don't seem to have any change. Marlon, you got 50 pence, have you?
Oh,
50 pence? Notes only, please, Mr. Edric Stingy Ballard. Hey. It's for Linda's flowers. It's the funeral tomorrow.
Hey, my wallet's in the kitchen.
Any chance of seeing you tonight?
Well, I'm working. Working all the hours God sends. What with Kathy being away?
Oh, I might come in here.
No.
Mr. Pollard about?
No, Mr. Pollard's not here, Mr. Longman.
What are you shouting at?
I'll deal with this, Betty. We don't know when we can expect him back, Mr. Longman.
Don't mind if I have a look around then, do you?
I was looking for my wallet.
You grassed on me, you swine!
No, and I don't know what you're talking about!
Coppers crawling all over my place like lice!
No,
that's
enough, Mr. Longman!
Quiet, son. You're a good lad.
Oh, dear.
Do you want it livening up? You pint.
He's dead as a doornail.
No.
I'm sorry. Me and my big mouth.
Where's Al?
Oh, he's gone out on his bike.
When?
When you were in cellar. Wish he'd taken me with him.
You should have been a nurse, Rachel. You got a touch like an angel.
Did he break the skin?
Operations, that's
I couldn't get involved, Mr. P. He might have hurt you worse.
Always one step ahead, aren't you, Marlon?
I still think that you should call the police.
No, best to leave things the way they are.
At least go and get an X-ray. Some of these ribs might need mending.
I'd have to tell him exactly what happened. Names, etc.
Yeah, it looked like Mr. Longman, but I couldn't be sure.
Oh, shut up, Marlon.
Marlon, can you hold that while I go get some plaster?
Yeah, come here.
Hey!
You know the area better than I do. Any ideas where he might be?
How well did you search?
Ned? He's not at Oakwell Hall, Mr. Glover, that I guarantee.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to surface somewhere. And there won't be much left of him when he does.
I understand how you feel. But I'll not tolerate you taking the law into your own hands.
Oh, well.
All right. So who's going to do it then, eh?
Only two people know what went on that night, Mr. Glover. Sadly, one of them can't.
Yeah, was murdered. We know that.
I want her home. Linda, any objections?
No, Biff, but I'm not sure you can do that. Everything's been arranged for tomorrow.
Yeah, well, then I'll ring up and ask.
Betty wants you to go out for tea. I told you might not feel like it, so...
Steve should never have made that phone call to customs.
The call was anonymous, Marlon. How did Longman know I had anything to do with it?
Got ears everywhere as Longman.
Very puzzling. Another mystery.
Yeah. What's that, Mr. P?
Pain, Marlon, can cause one to hallucinate.
What?
I was under the distinct impression that Mr. Longman was quite well disposed towards you. Friendly, Marlon.
Yeah, I couldn't understand that either. Drink up, Mr. P.
Right. Here we are, love.
It's 11 o'clock from the house, did you know?
Yes, Roy told me.
Jan's putting on some sandwiches afterwards. It's nothing special.
Now then, I'm making a nice meat and potato pie for Paddy and Seth, and I'd like you to join us, love.
No thanks, Betty. I want to be there when Linda gets home.
Whatever you think best, love.
You see, Ned and Jan, they weren't too keen on it. But I don't want her to be on her own among strangers.
Thanks.
Here you are.
Oh, thank you. I could have done with you earlier. A German Shepherd with gallstones.
Hiya! Paddy, you'd be 11, get my case. You're early. So? What's up? What's happened?
She'll have to know, Sophie.
Oh, don't tell me. Kim sacked you for putting on James's nappy backwards. And I don't want to hear anything about work, Paddy, because I'm not interested. Linda's dead. What?
Car crash. Last week. There's no way of letting you know.
I'm so sorry, Zoe.
It's hard, love, I know. I know.
Bib's talking to her. She looks so lovely then.
I've been lousy, Linda. I want to take it all back and start again. Just that one day to make it all different. Didn't want to go to the party, but you did. And I should have been glad, because you looked so... Didn't want to dance either, did I? Oh, God, I wish I'd danced with you. They've held you so tight, not let anybody near you. Anywhere else, it'd have just been another tiff. But it had to be at the Tates. They did it, Lynn. I was blind, or I was stupid, and I let them do it. And they're gonna have to pay. But I'll try. I promise. But then the swines always win, don't they? Always. I'll see you later.
Maybe she and Biff had a row. I don't know. She just drove off with Alex Oakwell.
Linda was just a child. Naive enough to be dazzled by it all.
Well, it was an engagement party. Everybody seemed to be enjoying themselves.
Kim?
She had nothing to do with this, Zoe, I swear to you. Whatever went on was between him and Linda.
All the time I was coming back, I was
wondering what I was going to say to you. Doesn't seem important now.
No. There'll be time for that.
I think I should go and look in on the Glovers.
No, Zoe. They're upset and they're blaming Kim.
Oh, I'm a Tate. Is that what you're saying? Guilt by association?
You see, I love Linda just as much as anyone. But she's gone. That's not Linda in our living room. Linda laughed. She shouted and got mad. I just want to remember how she was. That's not our Linda.
How are your mum and dad bearing up?
Dad wants to kill the world. Mum cries. Actually, not as much as I thought she would have. I think I'll just have to keep an eye on her tomorrow.
Yeah, you do that. Hang on. I thought you said you were working tonight.
Not until 7.
Wait outside, just give us a minute. Well, you do right, Roy. Look after your mum. Keep an eye out for your dad and all, OK?
Cheers, Jack.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, Mandy, I lost my bottle. As soon as Zoe started blubbing, I just got out of there.
Oh, stop beating yourself up, Pat. She's best off with Sophie.
Yeah, he's been back ages, hasn't set foot in here.
Well, we don't need Turner, do we? I mean, look at the place. It's half empty.
No, he can't face me. He's probably fondling that cheque he got from Steve Marchant.
Face it, you've lost. What do you think, folks?
All right, I know. A sleazy rider, not easy rider.
Where are you going?
Just saving it for Route 66.
Coward.
He's not getting away with it.
How long till you go, then?
Next week, we're booking the tickets tomorrow. What do you think of the shades?
Very 70s.
Where have you been? No, don't tell me.
Sorry?
Clinch a deal with Steve Marchant, did you? That's why you ditched Taylor. Steve stopped his offer.
You're delirious.
And you looked a right plonker in them shades.
Yes, I know. Hardly a thing with a funeral in the village tomorrow.
Oh, don't come over all holier than thou, Al. You've shafted me. You've been playing for time, haven't you?
Time?
No wonder your conscience is bothering you. When Steve Marchant books me out that door, you're not going to be here to see it, are you? You're going to be in the States, giving your regards to Broadway.
Terry. Two things. I've had no contact with Steve Marchant. And I'm not going to the States.
What?
I can't.
What about?
Jo. God knows what I'm going to say to her, but I can't go, Terry. I just can't.